Hello, and welcome to Richard August, the autistic Christian MGTOW, the red pill man who lights it up blue. This is today's reading from the Apocrypha text of the 1599 Geneva Bible. This is Richard August, the autistic Christian MGTOW, the red pill man who lights it up blue. Today we will be reading from Ecclesiasticus chapters 10, 11, and 12. And may God add his richest blessing to this reading of his holy word. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. A wise judge will instruct his people with discretion. The governance of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but where they that be in authority are men of understanding, there the city prospereth. The government of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and all iniquity of the nations is to be abhorred. And when time is, he will set up a profitable ruler over it. In the hand of God is the prosperity of man, and upon the scribes will he lay his honor. Be not angry for any wrong with thy neighbor, and do nothing by injurious practices. Pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealing and wrong and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. There is nothing worse than a covetous man. Why art thou proud, O earth and ashes? There is not a more wicked thing than to love money. For such one would even sell his soul, and for his life every one is compelled to pull out his own bowels. All tyranny is of small endurance, and the disease that is hard to heal is grievous to the physician. The physician cutteth off the sore disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow is dead. Why is earth and ashes proud, seeing that when a man dieth he is the heir of serpents, beasts, and worms? The beginning of man's pride is to fall away from God, and to turn away his heart from his Maker. For pride is the original of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, until at last he be overthrown. Therefore the Lord bringeth the persuasions of the wicked to dishonor, and destroyeth them in the end. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord plucketh up the roots of the proud nations, and planteth the lowly with glory among them. The Lord overthroweth the lands of the heathen, and destroyeth them unto the foundations of the earth. He causeth them to wither away, and destroyeth them, and maketh their memorial to cease out of the earth. God destroyeth the memorial of the proud, and leaveth the remembrance of the humble. Pride was not created in men, neither wrath in the generation of women. There is a seed of man which is an honorable seed. The honorable seed are they that fear the Lord. There is a seed of man which is without honor. The seed without honor are they that transgress the commandments of the Lord. It is a seed that remaineth which feareth the Lord, and a fair plant that love him. But they are a seed without honor, that despise the law, and a deceivable seed that break the commandments. He that is the chief among brethren is honorable, so are they that fear the Lord in his sight. The fear of the Lord causeth that the kingdom faileth not, but the kingdom is lost by cruelty and pride. The fear of the Lord is the glory as well of the rich and the noble as of the poor. It is not meet to despise the poor man that hath understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify the rich that is a wicked man. The great man and the judge and the man of authority are honorable, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord. Unto the servant that is wise shall they that are free do service. He that hath knowledge will not grudge when he is reformed, and the ignorant shall not come to honor. Seek not excuses when thou shouldest do thy work, neither be ashamed thereof through pride in the time of adversity. Better is he that laboureth and hath plenteousness of all things, than he that is gorgeous and wanteth bread. My son, get thyself praised by meekness, and esteem thyself as thou deservest. Who will count him just that sinneth against himself, or honour him that dishonoureth his own soul? The poor is honored for his knowledge and his fear, but the rich is had in reputation because of his goods. He that is honorable in poverty, how much more shall he be when he is rich? And he that is unhonest being rich, how much more will he be so when he is in poverty? Ecclesiasticus chapter 11. Wisdom lifteth up the head of him that is low, and maketh him to sit among great men. Commit not a man for his beauty, neither despise a man in his utter appearance. The bee is but small among the souls, yet doth her fruit pass in sweetness. Be not proud of clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. For the works of the Lord are wonderful and glorious, secret and unknown are his works among men. Many tyrants have sit down upon the earth, and the unlikely hath worn the crown. Many mighty men have been brought to dishonor, and the honorable have been delivered into other men's hands. Blame no man before thou have inquired the matter. Understand first, and then reform righteously. Give no sentence before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their tales. Strive not for a matter that thou hast naught to do with, and sit not in the judgment of sinners. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou gain much thou shalt not be blameless. And if thou follow after it, yet shalt thou not attain it, neither shalt thou escape, though thou flee from it. There is some man that laboureth and taketh pain, and the more he hasteth, the more he wanteth. Again there is some that is slothful, and hath need of help, for he wanteth strength that hath great poverty, yet the eye of the Lord looketh upon him to good, and setteth him up from his low estate. And he lifteth up his head, so that many men marvel at him, and give honour unto God. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the law are of the Lord. Love and good works come of him. Error and darkness are appointed for sinners, and they that exalt themselves in evil wax old in evil. The gift of the Lord remaineth for the godly, and his good will giveth prosperity forever. Some man is rich by his care and niggardship, and this is the portion of his wages. In that he saith, I have gotten rest, and now will I eat continually of my goods, yet he considereth not that the time draweth near, that he must leave all these things unto other men, and die himself. Stand thou in thy state, and exercise thyself therein, and remain in thy work unto thine age. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord suddenly to make a poor man rich. The blessing of the Lord is in the wages of the godly, and he maketh his prosperity soon to flourish. Say not, what profit and pleasure shall I have? And what good things shall I have hereafter? Again say not, I have enough and possess many things, and what evil can come to me hereafter? In thy good state remember adversity, and in adversity forget not prosperity. For it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. The adversity of an hour maketh one to forget pleasure, and in a man's end his works are discovered. Judge none blessed before his death, for a man shall be known by his children. Bring not every man unto thine house, for the deceitful have many trains, and are like stomachs that belch stinkingly. As a partridge is taken under a basket, and a hind is taken in the snare, so is the heart of the proud man, which like a spy watcheth for thy fall. For he lieth in wait, and turneth good unto evil, and in things worthy praise he will find some fault. Of one little spark is made a great fire, and of one deceitful man is blood increased, for a sinful man layeth wait for blood. Beware of a wicked man, for he imagineth wicked things to bring thee into a perpetual shame. Lodge a stranger, and he will destroy thee with unquietness, and drive thee from thine own. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good unto the righteous, and thou shalt find great reward, though not of him, yet of the Most High. He cannot have good that continueth in evil, and giveth no alms. For the Most High hateth the sinners, and hath mercy upon them that repent. Give unto such as fear God, and receive not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overcome thee thereby. Else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good that thou doest unto him. For the Most High hateth the wicked, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the day of horrible vengeance. Give unto the good, and receive not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, neither can an enemy be unknown in adversity. When a man is in wealth, it grieveth his enemies, but in heaviness and trouble a man's very friend will depart from him. Trust never thine enemy, for like as an iron rusteth, so doth his wickedness. And though he make much crouching and kneeling, yet advise thyself, and beware of him, and thou shalt be to him as he that wipeth a glass, and thou shalt know that all his rust hath not been well wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest he destroy thee, and stand in thy place. Neither set him at thy right hand, lest he seek thy ruin, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked with my sayings. Bind not two sins together, for there shall not one be unpunished. Who will have the pity of the charmer, that is stinged of the serpent, or of all such as come near the beasts? So is it with him that keepeth company with a wicked man, and wrappeth himself in his sins. For a season he will he bide with thee, but if thou stumble, he tarrieth not. An enemy is sweet in his lips. He can make many good words, and speak many good things. Yea, he can weep with his eyes, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into the pit. And if he may find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head, and clap his hands, and will make many words, and disguise his countenance. Thank you for watching and listening. This has been Richard August, the autistic Christian MGTOW, the red pill man who lights it up blue. This has been today's reading from the Apocrypha of the 1599 Geneva Bible. I invite you to like and share this video with others, and to subscribe to my video channel. I invite you to leave me a tip in the tip jar on my monetization on my BitChute channel. And I invite you back tomorrow to read with me Ecclesiasticus chapters 13 through 15.